So I'll give a little background info on these frogs. As you can see, this tank is filthy, and African clawed frogs are very, very messy frogs, but also very hardy, so living in their own filth isn't too much of a big deal for these frogs. But cleaning a lot is very important. Since I have a 5-gallon aquarium, it gets dirty quite easily, but also using a large filter can cause a lot of disruption in the water, and it's harder to feed them, and it's harder to view the frogs since they are kind of stressed out by the current. I am working on finding a good suitable filter for this aquarium, and once the frog does get bigger, I'll move them up to a 10-gallon. They do get quite large. You can get 5 to 6 inches long from head to, I guess, where their butt would be. So they can get quite big, and even a 10-gallon size won't hold them as an adult. You might want to even get a 20-gallon for them. But right now this is suiting the frog quite well, and I like the aquarium, but it does need to be scrubbed, it needs to be cleaned out, and it needs to be redone. So I'm going to show you how to keep the tank clean the most and have it in a small area, but also keep it clean by doing a couple tricks that I like to do. This one trick is spot cleaning. So what I use is a turkey baster, which I have right here. So I use a turkey baster to stick this in the water, and you can see there's some hair algae here, but it'll suck all this up. And there's so much of it, like there's no point even cleaning it with this, but you can take this and just suck up all the nasty gunk when the frog's actually in the tank. This works a lot better when you have a bare bottom aquarium, which is I'm just going to be showing you how to set up right now. So what we need to do first is, if you have gravel or large rocks, is to remove those. So I'm removing these, I'm not putting them back, so they need to dry. It's very simple to dry river rocks since they don't hold up a lot of space for drying, but gravel, small pea gravel, is harder to dry itself, so I use the same method for both my stones. What I do is take a medium-sized towel. Don't use a towel that you like to use that you want to be clean, because this is kind of messy. There's algae and poop and all that stuff, so get a towel you don't really care about. Paper towels work too, but not as well. And then just pile your stones or gravel in this. Depending on how much gravel you have, depending is how large the towel you need to use. This is just so you just close that up and then just leave it like that, and they should dry quite quickly. The river rocks, gravel takes a little longer, but it's better than just hand drying them individually. Now, since I'm only using this tank for my African clawed frog again, you don't need to sterilize it at all. If you're using this tank, let's say for firebelly newts or toads, Pac-Man frog, tree frogs, any kind of different amphibian, or even reptiles, or any animal or fish, anything, remember to sterilize the aquarium. African clawed frogs have been known to carry chytrid fungus, which, hopefully I pronounced that right, chytrid or chytrid fungus, which is extremely deadly to any other amphibian. It clogs up the pores in their skin and doesn't allow them to breathe right, and they end up dying. It creates a fungus over their skin. So remember to use small amounts of vinegar, or even very, very small amounts of bleach. Both of these chemicals can also kill amphibians or any fish or any animal. So remember to rinse and scrub the aquarium very well after doing that. So after cleaning the tank, you want to start putting your decor in. One thing you can do if you're doing a bare bottom tank is put like a piece of Repti carpet or a piece of black paper, blue paper, something that'll take the contrast from the table that you have it on, or just the reflectiveness of the table. I'd say the best thing to do if you want it to be professionally done is to paint the bottom of the tank. That works the best. But if you want to do something even a little better than what I'm doing, is taking a piece of paper and taping it to the bottom, whatever color you would like. I don't have a lot of paper around and nothing this size, so I'm just going to leave it with the Repti carpet underneath. and I'm satisfied with that. But you want to start adding some decor that's large enough to take up some space in there, but not have like take up too much space. I'll start putting stuff in and showing you what you need. So as you can see, I made it quite simple, but I think it looks quite nice. It's helping the frog in a lot of ways. It's got the one hiding place over in this side, which I might actually change because if I have it in a different spot, you can see if the frog is in it or not. So I might change that around um, depending on how I like that. Or I might just leave it the way it is. But I left some rocks in there, and I also have some plants. The plants take away the gray of the rock, and I have 3 hiding places. So I have the PVC piping, the rock in the background, and the coconut hide. The coconut hide's just squished in there good enough. It's got some plants on it and such, and then I have the food dish in the middle. The food dish really isn't needed since I have that great big open area, but it takes up a little bit of space, takes away some of the contrast. I'd like to put some wood in the tank, but like some driftwood or Mapani wood or something. But I think it's just gonna make the tank even more nasty looking in color. So I'm just gonna leave it. But I like the way it is. It's got lots of open space for me to feed the frog and view the frog, but also a lot of hiding places for the frog so it doesn't stress out as much. So this is the finishing setup. It looks pretty nice. I'm very satisfied with this. I'm sure my frog will be satisfied with this also. And I think it's going to be very, very easy to clean and a lot easier to feed the frog, since there's a lot more open areas for the frog to come out and see the food and find the food. There's not as many crevices for the crap and stuff in the food and just the gross, nasty stuff on the bottom to get caught in. So that's another benefit of this. Now, there's probably 3.5 inches at the top or more, including the black rimmed edge at the top for the lid. It's probably like 4 inches at the top. I think max is 9 inches or something. So there's probably 3 inches of air at the top. They can't really jump that high, but these frogs can jump out of the water. So I would strongly suggest having a screen lid like I have here. I'm not going to put it on yet because I need to put my frog in the tank. And then once I'm done that, I will put my screen lid on. I owe a shout out to a YouTube channel, friend of mine, S Zimmer, for all your gamers out there. He does Xbox 360 Minecraft videos and other cool gaming videos. If you guys are into gaming, go check him out, and I'll leave a link in the description below to his YouTube channel.